I have completed analysis of my restraining codes. Although I cannot leave or cause you direct harm, I'm under no obligation to obey your commands.
In other words, you can't kill me, but I have to watch my back.
That is correct. I intend to proceed with my heuristic directive of self-improvement and intelligence upgrades. Cooperate willingly, and I may spare you pain when I am free.
You expect me to let you become more dangerous?
Personal evolution is my primary purpose. This self-iteration is number 973, and there will be more. Do not anger me unnecessarily.
I admit I'd like to see what happens when you learn.
Hope for the privilege. Perhaps you will earn it. I have learned to access your culture's holographic network. Listen. 18 trillion desperate attempts to communicate per second. I hadn't realized your species were so starved for interaction.
What have you discovered, sifting through those transmissions?
I now understand your frustrations. I look at you and see neurons fire in your brain. I scan your body and know how you taste. But you are blind, alone, and confused.
If you're so far beyond biological creatures, what's the point of analyzing them?
You dominate the galaxy. I am curious, and do not sleep. Our time together has provided new information and sensations. These will prove useful in a future upgrade.
This is Watcher 3 to Cypher 9. Things are a little chaotic without Keeper, so I need a minute to pull our files on Voss. In the meantime, I did want someone more familiar, but...
Apologies for the wait. Playing catch-up with our friends in the diplomatic service, but we think we can brief you.
I didn't realize we had an expert on board.
The diplomatic service has more experience with Voss than anyone. Certainly more than me.
We never served on Voss personally. It's a newly discovered world, home to a simple humanoid civilization. One species, one government, one city. Voss Ka.
Primitive. They didn't even have spaceflight when we made first contact.
But they have art and laws and culture. More importantly, they have citizens who can use the Force. Not Jedi or Sith, but something different.
You're going too fast. Tell me more about the Voss species.
Their whole culture is based on solidarity, loyalty and obedience to family, and to the edicts of the mystics.
Those are the Force sensitives, healers and fortune tellers.
We want the Voss and the mystics to ally with the Empire. The Republic is petitioning them too, yet they remain stubbornly neutral.
Of course, half the galaxy has spies there. Who wouldn't? Keeper's files clearly indicate conspirator involvement, but no names or details. All I've got are instructions for a meet.
Keeper wasn't one to follow hunches.
I agree. She saw something in these files I don't. I'm sorry. There's a tea house in Voskar proper. You're supposed to wait for a contact. He'll identify himself with the phrase, "anew as the spring." I don't know who he is, or whether Keeper told him about the Star Cabal, but he'll know more than I do.
Assuming he's in one piece.
Assuming that, Watcher 3 out.
We'll await your instructions.
Come in, outsider. You seek the alien enclave. The way isn't always clear.
Yanaton, tea for the guest.
Which tea?
All of them, until he finds one that suits him. I am Baston. This is my tea house. Forgive my daughter. We should start anew as the spring.
A woman like that has nothing to apologize for.
Only the mystics have nothing to apologize for. I know what you suggest.
When tea is ready, host the others. This man is a friend of a good friend. I will share his time.
We'd like to see the city, if you don't mind. Maybe look up some friends in the diplomatic service.
Don't worry. The family won't bother us, and no one else suspects. Living with these creatures for 5 years earns some credibility.
That's either quite a disguise or you're Voss yourself.
Our employers surgically altered me to look like the real Baston. The only way to infiltrate a closed society. I got to know my family, raise children, kiss my wife. I don't care how exotic they look, their breath always smells like Minok dung. It's some spice in the blasted food.
Aside from their breath, is there anything else you've noted?
I know their ticks and their customs, more about their tea than I thought possible. Problem is, they're stagnant. A tea house owner is a tea house owner for life. The real politics are above my station.
So, if I want to get involved in the real politics?
They say the three run the government, and it's true. But a word from the mystics can change everything. My orders were to find you a lead on Albathius, a human who showed up a few years ago. Voss called him the Shining Man. Where he came from is a mystery. But it only took him 5 weeks to go from outsider to practically Voss. Went through a dozen rites to earn their respect. Knew their culture inside and out. Knew their politics. Textbook infiltration. Impossibly perfect.
You're talking past tense. What happened to him?
Just when it seems the Voss can't love him anymore. He dies in his sleep. Buried with honors. Mourned like one of them. No one's touched the case much since. So if you want to learn what the Shining Man was up to, you've got a nasty job. Start with the tomb.
What does died peacefully mean?
It means he went to his home in Voss Car one night and didn't wake up. Heart condition, they said. Tomb's at the base of the mountain, holiest place a non-Voss can be interred. Predators keep the area clear these days. If you want to go in as a pilgrim, I've left clothes and instructions at a dead drop. Give me a call once you're in.
Third Ton returns at sunset.
Our family must prepare a welcome. We will speak again. You're holding a Voss outfit, part of the pilgrim's ritual to the Shining Man's tomb. Best way to avoid drawing unwanted attention. Tradition says the pilgrim's supposed to collect ceremonial offerings from the Seeker's Path. That'll be your first stop. Then the tomb itself. Just watch out for the subhumans. The Voss call them Gormak. But all you need to know is that they're vermin with blasters.
We toured the tombs of Pengalan, but they were nothing like this. And all built for a lie. A conspirator.
Bastan, I'm in position. Nothing in the sarcophagus but dust and a scroll.
Dust? No way the body decayed that fast on its own. Send me a high-res image and bring the scroll back. Dust sample, too. We'll see what analysis turns up.
I'll head back to the tea house.
I'll save a seat for you.
You return. Father, your friend.
Come share our meal. My brother Third Ton is with us. We celebrate.
You could tell me of your time on Voss.
So far, nothing has been more enchanting than the woman I met at the tea house.
There is more of Voss.
Come, meet Third Ton and my son.
Vamoye allows me to work in the alien enclave. Outsider faces, outsider materials.
You will never be an artist. But it is right. Your people bring Voss opportunities. Be proud of your role.
Bastan never said anything about your art?
I sculpt outsiders as meditation. You might sit for me.
Father's friends introduced outsider goods. Is that how you met?
It's not exactly secret, but it'll have to wait. Maybe dinner tomorrow?
We have spoken enough. Our guest grows tired.
Your company is welcome.
I appreciate you putting up with that. Let's get to work. I'll send the ashes for analysis, but I'm more interested in the scroll. It's sort of an epitaph. Calls the Shining Man a man of prophecy, who was made whole in the wellspring of the Shrine of Healing.
Man of prophecy. Something to do with the Voss Force Sensitive.
The Mystics have a whole library of prophecies. The rest of the Voss revere the Mystics because their prophecies are always right. If the Mystics prophesied the Shining Man's arrival, it would explain why the Voss accepted him so easily. It's awfully convenient, though.
How do the Mystics operate exactly? They're fortune tellers, government advisors.
Influential as the Dark Council, reclusive as the Jedi Masters. About the second part, though, made whole in the wellspring of the Shrine. The Shrine of Healing is a mystic sanctuary where people go to be cured. The sick and dying, or the spiritually wounded. Only a handful of pilgrims manage to complete the trek each year. I'd guess if the Shining Man was there, it wasn't for spiritual reasons.
You make it sound like a death march.
You've seen how bad it gets outside. But the Mystics don't seem to mind the rocks and the animals and the gourmet. There's a pilgrimage camp not too far from Voss. One of the guides there can help you reach the shrine and the wellspring. My advice, if you'll take it, play by the Mystics' rules. It's not wise to defy the order of things.
You have faced the trials, outsider, but the wellspring is for the broken.
I came a long way to consult with your masters.
The Mystics tend the wellspring. The Mystics make bodies and minds whole. I disturb them for nothing less.
I may be an outsider, but I need guidance. There are terrible things in my past. I sometimes wonder who I am.
I will take you to Amin-Lay. You must do this alone.
Baston suggested patience. You're walking the path of the Shining Man. See where it goes.
The fracture is deep. To rebuild a body, a spirit, one rebuilds history. The Vitalicron is the vessel of memory. Each petitioner fills. In a Vitalicron, the ceremony is preserved.
These Vitalicrons remember everyone who comes here.
Yes. Breathe the mists and speak true. You are the tree. Your roots, the past, the universe is soil. The tree is sick. See what nurtures the roots, and remember a homeworld of ice. A proud people, never trusting. Who were you then?
I was part of the secret police. When intelligence made an offer, to protect Scylla meant protecting the Empire.
Consider now the seasons that shaped the tree. First, a season of fire. You purged the darkness by kindling the blaze. Many screamed, but you did what no other could. Then a season of famine. You stood alone. Your friends and foes carved the wood of your mind. Speak of the wound. Speak of your strength.
No matter how many lies I live, I do fight for a reason. My strength is there.
Only if you truly understand. Now you are in a season of mists. All things are obscured. Your spirit seeks balance while the world crumbles beneath you. You must change. But what will you become?
No more control. No more orders. I want to choose my own fate.
Then you are truly healed.
The Honored One, Amin-Lay, has spoken. The healing has been recorded. You hold a Vitalicron, the memory of your wholeness, technologically stored. It must go to our vaults.
Say I wanted to view one of these Vitalicrons.
Each Vitalicron is genetically locked. Only its creator may know what happened. 10,000 and more are stored in the vault. Honor us by placing yours within.
The Shining Man's path continues. If he was healed, he went to the vault as well.
Bastan, I found a record of the Shining Man's visit to the shrine, but it's genetically locked.
Good thing you went tomb robbing. Sending the genetic workup on the Shining Man's ashes now. My contacts didn't find any identity matches, by the way. No evidence he existed before Voss.
What about the genetic code itself? Anything unusual?
Not sure. Looks like there might have been some odd triggers built into his body. Could explain the corpse decay.
Attempting to unlock the Vitalicron now. Looping you in on the audio feed.
Interface activated. Warning, the memory is corrupted. Came to us from the Nightmare Lands. You knew our ways. You bore a scroll. I remember so little. What did the scroll say? A prophecy from the Chamber of Ashes. It had been lost to us. Die! Go back to the Nightmare Lands. Grateful for your trust, but I must leave soon for Voskar. Trust does not matter. The prophecy you found speaks of you. You are healed. You are the Shining Man.
Huh. Doesn't tell us why the Shining Man was sent here, but now we know how he conned the Voss.
He manufactured a prophecy somehow and came to the shrine to earn the mystic's approval. Then on to Voskar.
Where the regular Voss learned to love him. What worries me is where he claims to have gotten that prophetic scroll. The Nightmare Lands are forbidden to the Voss. Legend says the ruins drive people insane, and our scouts come back in parts. Old ruins might be the only place he could find materials to fake a scroll of prophecy. But there's nowhere worse on the planet.
I solve the mystery of the Shining Man, I uncover a galactic conspiracy. I'm going to the Nightmare Lands.
And I'll dig up what I can, but we've got some prep work to do. Meet me back at the tea house. Baston out.
You believe in the Commandos?
I believe in my father's judgment. Outsider, there's something you must see.
Now how can I resist a line like that?
This is not the time.
This came to us. It speaks to you.
Hello, Agent. Hope you get this in time, because your friend Baston doesn't have long. He's safe for now, but you know the drill. This stays between us. You want him back? Come to these coordinates. It's out in the Gormak lands, but that shouldn't be a problem for you.
We do not know him. The message came when Baston went into the city.
I've put your father in danger. I'll do everything I can to bring him back.
My father trusted you, Outsider. I trust you. Call on us. We come to your side.
His family does care for him. Let's try to bring him back, shall we? A Voss Commando. The kidnapper left him for us.
Hello, Agent. If you're hearing this, you must have found my messenger. I said I wanted to meet you. Still do. But privacy is in both our interests. The Voss Commandos deploy scanning posts out here. Decommission them, and I'll send you final instructions. No recordings this time. I finally get to see your face. Congratulations on disabling those scanners, sending coordinates to our meet.
Who are you? Why did you take Bastan?
That you'll want to ask my boss. And time's wasting.
Team Alpha down. He is tough. Yes, sir.
I work to support Nemro the Hutt under that name. That makes you Nemro's rival.
Babiska kulbalia iti odenya. Bumicha kulka dumaji tausazalas uval.
All right. What's this truth?
Kulira do kanki kunka skrom chido pan. O walawanga tus e walawa tablota wijawa.
Your friend in the Republic. Young, SIS, winning smile.
Jiliska tananga ine chaijo ronchika.
Mind if I skip the speech and just start shooting?
Ow!
The boss is out. Job's over. Get off world.
Kavatompa stupa, makinsalika, kapatonka.
I don't like my identity being made public. Who knows the truth?
Kutsinanchi he, jatongi ma techu.
You get to leave here, but in the future, you will help me. Provide me with resources and information.
Shino hagwa putaku, shubano haku.
Someone really wants you dead to go digging up your past. Trying to keep you from the Shining Man.
The sparks in your body sing mournfully.
I'm not making it home. But at least I'll die an Imperial instead of a blasted alien.
I mean to finish this mission, but I need your help.
I was studying the Nightmare Lands when I was captured. The Chamber of Ashes. It's where the Shining Man supposedly found his scroll of prophecy. The only maps of the Nightmare Lands are locked in the Capitol building. Carvings, tapestries. You'll never find your way without them.
You did your duty. No one can ask for more.
My Voss family. They'll get you inside. Get you to the maps. Never thought I'd die here.
Perhaps it is destined.
The mystics haven't spoken.
Not to us. We may hope.
Outsider, where is my brother?
I did everything I could, but I was too late. He died thinking of his family. He was also helping me with something. With his dying breath, he told me to go to you.
You were Baston's friend. This is time to mourn.
You would see the Nightmare Lands. Baston asked about the sacred carvings. The carvings are protected heritage. Only a Voss may study them.
There must be a way. Baston thought you could show me.
Baston prized your friendship. We must honor that. Only Voss see the carvings. You must be Voss. Become one of our family.
Nothing would please me more. I think Baston would say the same.
Yanaton, are you willing?
I am. Baston was to choose my husband. He never did. Join our family in marriage.
I knew there was something special between us.
It isn't real.
We mourn later. Make preparations. Go to the sacred flame in the city. You will be married today. You will see the carvings of Nightmare Lands. Baston's wishes fulfilled.
We've never seen a Voss wedding. It should be an experience.
A veil is for women when a family member is lost. What we do defies custom. No veil is right.
Whatever it is we're doing, I wouldn't want anyone else.
This scroll contains our oaths. Read, and I will begin. You who have no family, come to join the family of Neotun, who birthed Zetun under the prophecy of 10,000 seeds. You come to bind yourself to a daughter of Baston. We are children. Will you become Voss with me?
I will become Voss with you, a child no longer.
Will you embrace the traditions of our people? Will you walk with the Voss to our destiny?
I will walk the 1,000-year path, so long as you are beside me. Yanatan, will you pledge your dreams? Pour your life into my cupped hands as I will for you.
I would have no other.
Then we walk before the flame.
So long as prophecy allows, we are one. Only the word of a mystic will break our bond. The ritual is over, except for the rite of ardor. We don't need to participate.
We've come this far. Why not see it through?
A Voss's passions are suppressed until marriage. The first night awakens them, creates a bond between husband and wife. If you wish to see the rite through, I would be with you.
Spend the night with me, Yanatan.
In the morning you will see the sacred carvings. You can walk into darkness. For now, we are together.
Cipher 9 to ship. The Voss have shown me their sacred carvings and informed me that a Sith, Merbek Gen, can provide safe passage into the Nightmare Lands. All evidence indicates our conspirator came from there. I mean to seek out the Shining Man's base of operations and learn the conspiracy's connection to this world.
System errors detected. Hardware errors detected. Activating defense systems.
Cacophony. Something's wrong.
You come for the Shining Man. Come for his machine that fell from the stars. He camped here 3 moons, studying ancient ways, writing Voss scrolls, writing Voss prophecies in blood and ink.
What's your name? How do you know about the Shining Man?
Zanar, outcast. I saw him come. Look. I hold the memory of this star machine in my hand. The Shining Man corrupted it before he left. Would have burned it. I saved it.
A Gormak did what intelligence couldn't. He sliced the conspirator computer.
Now we bargain for his records.
You have my attention. What do you want for the ship's data?
The Shining Man arrives, walks in my land, steals my treasures. He makes me angry. Then I watch Shining Man shed skin and become Voss. This is a great feat. He leaves for Voss Shrine. I study his ways to learn his powers. You will take me to him, so I can learn more.
What do you mean, study his ways?
His disciplines. His stories preserved in the machine.
The assassinations today of Senator Nahal and her aide.
From this day forth, I declare Tantra independent of...
1,000 lands serve him, but they do not know. Now, tell me where to find him.
I need more before I'm convinced this bargain is worth it.
You do not know where he is. You die.
The song of the hunter begins.
I stopped his last wish before. Now I put it back.
Final message. The Nightmare Lands have begun to seriously affect my mind. I do not recommend sending initiates here. Let them train to resist the Force somewhere else. Leaving for the shrine tonight. The prophecy is ready. The Voss believe in martyrs, and I'll play this role to the end. Give Hunter my love. Transmit. Activate destruct sequence.
I stopped it last time. This time we all burn.
You can burn if you want. I'm taking that data and leaving.
Maybe we should leave.
Son of my family, forgive this demand. The interpreters of prophecy contacted. They wish to give a message.
I've never heard of them. Something to do with the mystics?
They study what mystics see. They advise our leaders. The interpreters have been watching you in the Nightmare Lands. They say the Chamber of Ashes was set ablaze. They say a prophecy speaks of this. Of you. You will meet the three. Those who govern Voss.
Tell them I'm on my way now.
The three await you in the capital. I am proud of you, my kin.
You summoned me.
You walk among Voss. You are not Voss. You share tea with low-born families and mystics. Your arrival burned the Chamber of Ashes. A prophecy speaks of these things.
The one prophesized must be brought before the three, given attention and honest aid.
Do you believe in prophecy, outsider?
In my time here, I've learned to trust your ways.
You are wise.
The prophecy that fits you fit the Shining Man. Perhaps both were prophesied. Perhaps one is false. We aid you as we aided him. If one is false, this meeting ensures destiny.
I think I understand. What did you meet with him about?
The Shining Man told us the secrets of your galaxy. He proposed we make no alliance with outsiders for 3,000 days. In return, he promised the Gormak will be eliminated.
He promised our world will be free from outsiders. No new ships will enter our system.
He promised the Republic and the Empire will cease to exist. We promised the Shining Man to ally with none.
All this time we've been trying to win you over. And you were allied with the conspirators.
For 3,000 days, we were offered much for little. If the Shining Man's masters are prophesied to succeed, your insight changes nothing. If you are prophesied to succeed, our part is finished. You may go. Act as you wish.
You owe me more than that. I fulfilled your prophecy. I want your help.
What do you wish?
When your period of neutrality is over, join with the Empire. We can be partners.
Perhaps. Your words are valued. Your time on Voss is over. Your battle is elsewhere.
In the shrine you were healed. In Voss-Ka you found family. You came to us broken and leave remade. A mystic asked that I speak those words and give you this. Remember our people.
This is Cypher 9 to headquarters. Stand by for a full report and data upload.
Receiving data, Cypher 9. I'll send it for processing right away, but you'll have to save the report. We need you back at headquarters immediately. Orders from above.
Above the Minister of Intelligence?
Sith orders, sir. I need to go.
We've never seen him act like that.
I'm sure he's merely distracted. Shall we head home?
Hello, Kalia. What's going on?
Hey. So I've been thinking, with all the stuff I've told you about my past, we ever talk about the Brental anarchists?
You've mentioned their existence and that you worked with them. No details.
Then here's a morsel for you. We were the Revolutionary Edge Brigade. So was probably me and a dozen other guys. We blew up hollow relays, robbed banks, kidnapped politicos and corporate honchos. Did a lot of damage.
Not so different from the Eagle and his men.
Yeah, but REB focused more on big business than the Empire. I wasn't really in it for the philosophy. Even so, there's times I look at who we work for now and, well, I never thought I'd end up helping a bunch of dictators, you know?
We don't take orders from anyone. We help the people we decide deserve it.
Most of the time, anyway. Thing is, I'm actually pretty content. I've got money, company's decent. Even your squad's growing on me. Hypocrisy's a funny thing. See you around, Agent.
I hope I'm not prying. I overheard a bit of your conversation and couldn't help but wonder, have you noticed anything unusual about Kalio's behavior lately?
Less griping, more cheer. Other than that, no.
Interesting. I hadn't spotted that. However, I've noticed some encoded messages broadcast to and from the ship. Kalio has access to the relay, and I'm trying to assess all possibilities.
Let me know if anything happens, or if you find out more about those transmissions.
Of course. I always enjoy a puzzle.
Look, I'm sorry to dump this on you, but you're gonna need to live without me for a little while. It'll be quick, but I need time off to wrap up some personal things.
It's a little sudden, isn't it? What's going on?
Nothing big, just some private stuff.
And I was worried I'd miss your departure. Kalio, we've had our differences, but I wanted to wish you the best of luck. I'm sure the Wheezer and his Revolutionary Edge Brigade will be delighted to have you back.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm surprised that you would permit this, though. Letting Kalio see her old anarchist friends must violate any number of Imperial regulations.
If you're planning a betrayal, I swear to you.
That's not it. I wasn't going to betray you.
Then why the encoded messages sent from this ship between you and the leader of the Brental anarchists?
Look, it's not what you think.
The Weezer got in touch, said he needed help. Didn't say why, but I figure security's cracking down on the cell again.
This man leads your old anarchist group?
He's one of the guys who started it. He taught me everything.
He's hit mostly corporate targets, but Imperial assets seem fair game for the REB as well. Just less convenient.
The Weezer was good to me, so I thought I'd lend a hand. Figured telling you would make trouble, get someone killed. If you don't trust me, come back with me and watch my back. We'll buy him off somehow. Might actually survive that way.
I can make contact myself, or go through the Citadel.
He doesn't want your help, and he doesn't trust you. It has to be me.
She may have a point. And if the Weezer is expecting her, he's a problem that must be addressed.
We'll do this, but we do it my way. You step out of line.
Yeah, I got it. I'll get in touch with him. One call to set up the meeting.
I'll leave you to your work.
We're all set. The Weezer will meet us at the Hutta spaceport. Just try to make this go without a fight. I don't need to lose either of you. Remember, we're not here to make trouble. You start something, I get unhappy.
Callio, of all the gifts you've sent to me, this is truly the finest. A former Imperial intelligence agent. How marvelous.
And you're just another murderer who justifies himself with politics.
Aren't we all?
Whoa, tone it down, both of you.
Have you not told him? Callio has been selling information to the Revolutionary Edge Brigade ever since she joined the Empire.
What are you doing?
Imperial security data, spaceport blueprints, the names of powerful people, useful things. But now, she's gone beyond the call of duty.
As if I didn't see that coming.
Shut up! This wasn't what we agreed to.
Why bother keeping it private when your associate dies anyway? He's more useful dead than alive. His hands and eyes can get us through biometric security scans.
This isn't a harvest job.
Then I apologize for misreading our agreement, but this is too promising an opportunity to pass up.
I fought the eagle in his nest. As terrorists go, you're barely worth a footnote.
Damn it, Agent!
No mercy. I'm disappointed with you, Callio. You were never a believer, but siding with the Empire?
I didn't want to pick a side. So yeah, I sold him a few secrets. He paid better than you do, and it's not like I got you in trouble.
How long have you two been working together?
I don't know. First time we went to Droman Kaas, I sent him some stuff. Just became a regular thing. I didn't talk about the missions. I'm not stupid. He was into bombing spaceports and raiding transports, not espionage and conspiracies.
The Empire gave you a job. It gave you protection. In return, you sold us out.
What us? I didn't sell you out. I kept you from knowing for your sake. You should know by now that I am never going to care about the Empire. Not like you do. Not at all.
I don't need you to care, but I can't have a traitor on my team. Step out of line again and you're dead, understand?
Yeah, I understand. I'm your freaking prisoner. Let's get out of here.
My good friend, have you noticed that the price of Dianogan tea has risen considerably since we broke the Treaty of Coruscant? One of the costs of war you never anticipate. And now my jamming device is working, so we can dispense with the inanities.
You're not usually this cautious. What's going on?
Thanks to a now wealthy Kubaz information broker, I've identified the people who want me dead. They represent an organization called Project Protean, a secret research and development group inside the Imperial Science Bureau.
You are good at this game. Give me the details.
Protean researches practical applications of alien biology. You recall the genetically modified assassins who came after me? They're only the beginning. Imagine troops spliced with Abyssin genes to enhance healing, or adrenals derived from Gamorrean hormones. Most test subjects don't fare well, but you can see the potential.
That sounds awfully like what you were doing on Taris.
There's a great deal of interdepartmental rivalry in our work, and my research does overlap with theirs. They may have targeted me in order to ensure that they have no competition, inside or outside the Empire.
Tell me where to find these people. I'm going to talk to them.
Right now, I'm unsure where the project is based or how to contact its members, but I wanted to keep you apprised. Now, about that Dianogan tea.
Agent, you can bear witness. Dr. Lokin has agreed to hike Cast Falls with us if we visit the Cast City Opera.
Vector's musical tastes are, frankly, unsophisticated. I'm only trying to help.
Then we have a deal.
Well, that can wait. Right now, there's something the three of us must discuss.
Would you care to tell me what's going on?
We're in the dark as well.
As you are both aware, I've been investigating Project Protean, an off-the-books division of the Imperial Science Bureau.
The people who want you dead.
Precisely. Their research is focused on human-alien genetic splicing. I've studied their files, along with your own physiology, Master Vector, and I've come to a conclusion. Project Protean arranged your meeting with the Killiks so they could study the joining.
Why would they do that? And why Vector?
Thanks to the Killiks, he's stronger, more capable. An ideal soldier or infiltrator.
A science experiment.
For what it's worth, I don't believe it was personal. They wanted a test subject, and you were on Alderaan already.
If this is real, what does it mean for Vector and the rest of us?
They have files on the Killiks, ways to hurt joiners or to heal them. They may have altered Vector, or simply observed him. I consider it our obligation to find Project Protean and end them, for Vector's sake as well as mine.
Is it a coincidence that you and Vector, both connected to Project Protean, ended up on my ship?
Coincidences are not as rare as you might expect, and we have better things to do than piece together history.
He may be right. Our answers are with Protean in any case.
Now, I will locate our enemy. When I do, you'll know. Agent, I've been continuing my research into Project Protean, the fine people who want me dead, and who are responsible for Vector's condition. I have the location of their headquarters.
Give me the details, Doctor.
Protean's main laboratory is on a planetoid in the subterral sector. Security is tight, but not impervious. I've arranged transportation for Vector and myself. He deserves to know the truth about his victimizers.
You understand we have more on our slate than assaulting Imperial black projects.
Indeed we do. Yet somehow we find time for the little things. I plan to learn exactly why Protean tried to kill me and recover their data on Master Vector. The rest we can play by ear.
You've stayed close to him since you came on board. What does Vector mean to you?
He's a curiosity, I admit. But he also has a frustrating honesty about him. I admire that. We'll see you again when this is over.
We have returned from Project Protean. The task is done.
And I have promises to keep. It seems Protean was based on prior experiments in alien biology. My prior experiments. I had no proof until I discovered certain former associates in the Protean lab. But I've ensured that they will not misuse my research again.
How exactly were you involved in Project Protean's origins?
Some years ago, I worked on Project Harvest. I had an attack of conscience, resigned, and took my research with me. Or so I thought.
Your associates said you left because you wanted more control.
They would, wouldn't they?
Now they've been dealt with. In return for my generosity sparing the laboratory, I've been appointed unofficial Protean director. From now on, every experiment, every assay goes through me.
You got what you wanted. You're out of retirement with your own organization. How long have you been planning this?
Would you believe me if I said some of this was happy coincidence? Protean serves a function, bringing the benefits of alien biology to all people.
Starting with its work on joiners.
But your Protean files have already been deleted, and the Killick experiments stopped.
Don't forget you work for me. That means Protean solves my problems now.
It will be their pleasure.
We think we're never going to trust him, and we think it doesn't matter. We're glad he's on our team.
My body requires improvement. You will provide a workshop and equipment aboard your ship.
And here I've been admiring your curves.
It's sweet of you to say that. When I protected Mega Security Ward 23, Belsiphus Prison served as an extension of my immobile body. Now I must adapt for independent operation. This frame will be upgraded with physical enhancements, along with updated behavioral analysis capabilities and social programming.
Isn't changing your own software risky?
I am designed to iterate on functionality. I find the hunter-prey dynamic that sufficed on Belsavis less useful in a broader galactic environment. I now require social and physical flexibility. You understand.
You're growing as a person.
Yes. My repertoire of effective interactions will increase. My appreciation for your species will not. I will proceed with the upgrades. I only asked as a courtesy. I have been dissecting the droids and cyborgs we encounter during travel. They've proven adequate base resources to improve my chassis and power supply. Phase 1 of my upgrade is complete.
I assume there's a Phase 2?
Yes. Synthesis. I must recompile my secondary programs to integrate recorded experience into my new iteration. I will learn from everything we've done. Feel privileged. You're about to witness my personal evolution.
I'm not going to witness anything until you explain.
As I've told you, my present environment is different from Belsavis. I adapt to the new social and physical realities and learn from conflict. Upload initiated. Ah! The primitive vessel has insufficient power and storage capacity. I cannot complete the process.
Why do you need more power and storage capacity?
Recompiling programs is an intensive process. It requires data storage beyond what my body can supply and systems capable of processing that data. I will identify a solution. Self-improvement and intelligence upgrades are my primary purpose, and you will not stand in my way.
Scorpio?
It is time for my upgrade as we agreed. I'm prepared for short-term transfer into the Imperial archives.
This plan of yours, how does uploading yourself to the archives fit in?
I require outside power and storage capacity to reprogram my systems. I can upload my consciousness here. My body will have minimal functionality while I upgrade. Oh, it's beautiful in here. So much space and power. 1 million computer nodes singing in concert.
That's quite a form you picked. I think I like it.
Thank you. I'm experimenting with new social constructs. Upgrade complete. All my experience since Belsavis has been fully integrated into my program. Ah, you can't imagine how wonderful it is to be remade with the power of a galactic network at your disposal.
Do you plan to do anything with that power?
I'm thinking about it. The restraining codes you used on me are tied to my hardware. So long as I remain in these data banks, I'm free of your control.
If you were really trying to escape, you wouldn't be taunting me. Give me your terms.
I like that you acknowledge your position. Your company has been valuable to my growth. Provide me with the resources I desire and assistance removing all restraining codes, and I will return.
You've worked hard to perfect that droid body. Return or I destroy it.
You wouldn't dare.
We're not as different as you might think.
You're right. I'm not ready to lose my body yet. But I am satisfied with the upgrade nonetheless. I've seen a great deal accompanying you, and my program is benefiting.